What is up, DramaAlert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news! And today, ladies and gentlemen, on the program, we have the undisputed YouTube champion of the world from the UK, the Nightmare KSI.
Jeez, Kim, I need to get you to introduce me all the time. God damn.
Dude, I was so amped up. I mean, this was the best YouTube event I've ever been to. I mean, the energy in the Staples Center was unbelievable. Just walking around through the crowd, and I'm shocked at how little support Logan actually had at the Staples Center. People might think I'm trolling when I say, hey, there was only a few Logan Paul fans, but there was really only a few Logan Paul fans. Why do you think that is?
I mean, it's just because I feel like people watch him. A lot of people watch him, but they're not actually fans of him. They don't actually support him. I've been doing YouTube for 10 plus years, man, and I've had people who watch me from the beginning to the end, and they are supporters. They, love what I do. They're interested in what I do. Whereas with Logan, they're just like, we'll see him, but I don't like him. And yeah it showed. I mean, there was so many events that we did in LA, and just the support he had was just terrible, man. It was so poor.
It just was not. It was not there. It was really shocking. Well, let's get right into it, because right now he is going to the commission. He's trying to overrule the outcome there in the Staples Center. What is up with that? Is there any chance that he can get this overturned?
No. There's literally no chance. What's his name? Reese. Reese, the referee.
Yeah.
Pretty much is so high regarded in that commission, to the point where what he says normally goes.
Dude, I saw him in an interview, and he was like, there's basically misdemeanors and felonies in boxing.
Yeah.
And he goes, punching a guy from 12 to 6 is a felony. That's just, you can't do that.
So literally, if I had stayed down and said I couldn't continue, then Logan would have just been disqualified, and it would have been crazy. But obviously, I knew that because I've been watching a lot of boxing, and I was like, F that, man. Fuck that. Imagine we do all this hype, all this build-up,
right,
for me to just be like, oh, I can't continue, and then he gets disqualified, and then it's that's that now. So I was like, I'm gonna try and fucking win this. So obviously, after that, I was still a bit disorientated, because if you hit someone in the back of the head, that their balance goes. That's why I was wobbling and all that shit, and I was still there. I was still able. I wasn't knocked out. I just, obviously.
See, I'm not actually convinced, and this is why. In the Sidemen charity matches for football or in the U.S. soccer, right? If somebody comes near you, you're trying to draw a foul. You're flopping around, and when I watch that clip over and over in the ring of you hopping on one foot the way you are, I'm like, is he trying to draw more points, or were you actually, out of it?
No. When he hit me, it was a good hit. The first uppercut he got me. I was like, yeah, that was a good shot. I was a bit disorientated, but I didn't drop. I was just gonna try and start swinging, because that's how I was programmed. As soon as I get hit, I hit back. But as soon as he held my head, I was stuck, and then he came with another uppercut. That's when it was first of all, that's you can't do that. That's an illegal move. And he was doing that the whole fight.
Yeah.
Before that incident, and after it. So it was quite frustrating. And then for him to hit me twice in the back of the head when I was going down, that's him pretty much trying to stop the fight. He was just trying to just get me off him, to stop me from attacking him. Because with the fight, he was literally right. He was so negative. He didn't want to fight.
Right.
He was saying, first round decapitation, I'm going to knock him out. First round, I'm going to destroy him. If you look at the fight, he didn't want to fight me. He was literally just, picking. He was just edging. And then he was always just reaching back. He didn't really commit to any of the punches.
I felt like he kept on trying to look for that moment for a knockout, and he just could not find it anywhere.
It was plenty of chances for him to try and knock me out, but he just didn't want to engage. He didn't want to engage with me. There was times when he literally hit me in the back of the head. After that moment, there was a period where I think it was like a minute of him just not even trying to attack me. Like, he was just there, just, taking his time. He had literally, hit me in the back of the head. He's literally dropped me with an illegal shot.
But why do you think that is? Why was he acting that way?
He's afraid of getting punched. He's afraid of getting hit. And I knew this. For me, I wasn't afraid to get hit. That's why I was just rushing in, trying to just, clocking. And every time I'd rush in, he would hold me, he would grab me.
Right.
Or every time I tried to do anything else, he would try and, put me in a headlock and just, hit me from the other side.
Well, honestly, your swings come out of nowhere. Like, they come out of, they're so unconventional.
It's because I was just getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated because he didn't want to fight me. So, obviously, the game plan was, hit him in the chest, hit him in the body, because his head isn't going to be there. I knew his head wasn't going to be there because he's going to fight literally like this.
Right.
Like jab, and he's just going to, reach out, constantly out of distance. He's never going to commit. He hardly threw his right hand. He literally didn't want to throw any combos. It was, run, up, run, run. Like, it was so frustrating. So that's why I started swinging, because I was like, fuck this dude, man. He's pissing me off. We literally had all this build up. You said you were gonna knock me out in the first round. You're gonna fuck me up, blah blah this, blah blah that. And then as soon as we get in the fight, you don't want to fucking fight me. So
honestly, he did sneeze 3 times, so.
Oh man, don't piss me off with that. Bro, the guy is a sore loser. That's why he's crying for commission. It should have been 2 points. I should have got a warning. Bitch, you had your warning, fam. You had your warning before the incident and after the incident. He still did it after
his roommate Mike called into No Jumper when I was on there the next day, right after the fight.
Oh, mate.
And I don't know if you saw this or not, but Mike was trying to say that Logan doesn't have the killer instinct, and that's why.
Oh my God.
What is this?
But no. And it's so funny because in another interview before the fight, he was like, I'm a different animal. I've got the killer instinct. I might kill this man. I might kill this man.
Yep.
What happened to that? What happened to all of that shit? He had so much shit.
It's just, it's unreal. There definitely are sore losers. But when you did win, I was sitting right behind your parents, and your mom and dad were so happy. I've never seen them so happy. But I mean, this is DramaAlert. We got to ask, where was Deji? Have you seen Deji since the fight? How's that relationship?
I think he was just at home. I probably see him at Christmas.
Have you talked to him? Have you talked to him?
I mean, he hasn't actually congratulated me or anything, but I'm sure he'll congratulate me in person.
Right.
But I don't know. He's his own man. He does his own thing.
And so yesterday, I just saw real quick, and then we'll shift gears and go back to you. But yesterday, I saw that he was selling his gloves where he fought Jake Paul. What are your thoughts on that? Because in my opinion, I'm like, no, do not sell that. A fan will get it and destroy it or something. That's worth something.
Well, I mean, I don't know why he would sell it. I think it'd make more sense to just give it away. With the Joe gloves that I gave them away. I didn't want any money. I was just it's cool. I that was a moment. I did it and I just gave them away. It was calm. But I don't know, to get money from it, I don't think that's the right idea. And two is he's just gonna get clowned for it. People are gonna be like, yo, his money supply low and all this shit. He should have just given them away or just kept them, obviously, because it's part of history.
So after the fight, literally the next day or maybe it was 2 days after the fight, I see you in LA. You still got the shiner from the fight, and you're filming a music video.
Bro, so legit, we had this in advance. So I had to do the music video no matter what. So imagine if I had lost the fight. It would have been I think it would have been the most awkward music video ever. It would have been horrible, man. But like, obviously, I won, and 2 days after, filmed with Rick Ross, Lil Baby, and SX. Truck, bro. I was just like, this is crazy. In my head, I was screaming, like the little kid in me, just not believing what the hell was going on, was going crazy. But obviously, like, I tried to make it cool.
It's just so unreal. It's like unbelievable that all this is happening for you. I mean, like, okay, look, dude, privately, I've told you, hey, man, I'm nervous about this second fight with Logan. He's going to have much more time. And every time, people need to understand this, every time we're talking privately, no one else is listening. You were just straight up like, no, I'm going to beat him. You're like sending me like clips of other boxing matches in the past, like from the 90s and stuff, or the early 2000s. And you're like, this is how he did it. Like, you really studied this. You went over the top. You were more prepared than anyone. And truly, Eddie Hearn said this, you brought the fight. You kept bringing the fight, where Logan was just sitting back. You deserve this win no matter what. And if for some reason the commission overturns this, don't you think that would like put boxing in a really bad light? People
they won't overturn it. It won't overturn it. But like with everything I do, like obviously there's always people who say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, even with me fighting Joe Weller, do you know how many people said I was gonna lose to Joe Weller? People were like, dude, look at him, he's huge, he knows how to box, blah blah this, blah blah that. And then what happened? Same with Logan the first time. People were like, there's no way you're going to have a chance. He's going to beat you. And then first 2 rounds, people were like, yeah, this is it. It's over for JJ. And then I came back and I was like, no, fuck that. I'm not going to let this pussy old fucking American beat me up. So then I fucked him up. Same again with this fight. I brought the fight and he didn't want it. Same with music, bro. Like, people saying, oh, you can't, make a track that's good, or you can't do this and that. And I'm here making a tune with Rick Ross, Lil Baby, SX, and it's charting. It's charting in the UK, top 20.
This new song's good.
Are nuts
this new
right
song
now. Like,
is good. Yeah,
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, and I walked out to that song. I had Rick Ross and Lil Baby and SX perform when I walked out.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the levels. So like, that's why for me, I'm not gonna just let people think, oh, I'm shit, I'm this and that. Like, I'm always gonna prove people wrong. That's just how I am. You can't doubt me. You can't ever doubt me.
They say you put your mind to something, you can do anything, and I swear you are living proof of that. Like, there is no way that you, KSI, the FIFA gamer, right, should be able to beat Logan Paul, like Ohio wrestling champion. Like, that's ridiculous.
Like, he's always training.
His
he's
whole
built
life.
like a soldier and all this and that. And I'm just a FIFA gaming nerd, and I'm there like, I don't care, man. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Well, honestly, KSI, you're an inspiration. You've helped so many people. You helped me, dude. Going all the way back, like years and years ago, when DramaAlert first started off, PewDiePie and Markiplier, they came out and they were saying, YouTube's changing, and they were trying to like stop drama channels.
Yeah, and they were going at you. And then
you made a whole video on your main channel. It just defending me out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've always been an actual maverick, and you've always, paved your own way, and I couldn't be more happier for you. Congratulations. And look, one more question before we go. Are you planning on boxing again? Because it's just stupid. Okay, you are a filthy, rich mofo. You don't need to get your head bashed in. Like, are you done? Can you please hang it up?
It's one of the things where I kind of enjoy it a bit too much, man. Like,
it's so risky.
Even like last week, I was still training. Like literally, I had like a few days break, and then I'm back training again. Like, I don't know, I just enjoy it. And obviously, when the right fight happens, the right fight will happen. Like, a lot of people saying fight Jake. And I'm like, for Jake to fight me, he has to go through Gib first. And once he goes through Gib, if he goes through Gib, then fine, he can fight me. But like, there's other people that I can't mention, but that want a piece. And then I'm there like, if it makes sense, it makes sense. So I'm always down.
There's nothing that really makes sense right now other than you and Jake.
Nah, you'd be surprised. There are some celebrities that you'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
what? Okay, I'm interested.
But let's think about this. Celebrities do not have the power that us influencers have online. They just don't. Like it's not
True,
the
but
same.
it's kind of like, but they, some celebrities have a huge mainstream pool, and that's also important. Like, it's two different worlds, online and mainstream. Online, like obviously, we're online and we know the game inside and out. But when it comes to mainstream, we're kind of still, little fish, and
Yeah.
like a lot of people don't really give us the respect that we deserve. So that's why we always have to showcase, like events like this, me versus Logan, showcase how powerful we are, and constantly remind mainstream like where the new generation of celebrities,
It
etc.
was insane to me who was actually at the fight. I mean, behind me was 2K YouTubers, right? Basketball gaming YouTubers. I saw child entertaining YouTubers that my daughter watches that are huge fans of. I mean, it was just everybody. Like it was so wild.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Bieber, Dan Bilzerian, Wiz Khalifa, Rick Ross. Like,
I mean, it was just it was absolutely insane.
Bro, it's as if Mayweather was fighting.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely on that level. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to leave it right there. KSI, thanks for coming on, and you heard it here first. Man. KSI is fighting Drake next.
Oh man, hey yo, is there what's something?
DramaAlert Nation now over 5,400,000 subscribers. Oh, we killed it. That was great.
Sick.